KZ fam, I'm back with another one. Now this is gonna be a little different. We don't have the Bible today here with us, but I do want to share a little story. So this is gonna be a little story time about how I asked God to remove someone from my life, and it actually happened, and it got me shook. Now this was a while back, before I got my Bible. Like this was quite a while ago. So this is a little story time. We outside with it, a little different. I told y'all I've been wanting to go outside because I really actually do like going outside and walking and just enjoying nature for real, if I'm being honest. Um, I actually don't like staying inside that much. Like I do, I'm a homebody, but it gets to a point where you just get annoyed and you just want to go outside and enjoy nature for a while. And that's me, you know? Obviously, in the mornings, I wake up to go to the gym. I just came back from the gym, actually. Well, not just, but like quite a little bit ago. Um, but yeah, I ate, and then I told my parents I'm gonna go outside for a bit. So we here now. But yeah, man, this is a little story time, and I ain't gonna lie. We're just gonna get straight into this, bro. So basically, what had happened is, now I met this girl at work, um, and she came in. I'd probably say, because I got fired from work like what, last month. So this girl probably came in last year October, around that time, somewhere around that time, if I do remember correctly. But basically, I had started messing around with this girl. Now it didn't get too far. Um, it didn't get sexual or none of that. It was just, we were just messing around, kissing and stuff. Um, but I already knew that this girl was like no good, you know. Like that's why I didn't take it serious. That's why I didn't really care too much. Um, you could just tell when you can't take a girl serious, right? You could just tell by how they act and by how they are, their personality. You can just, bro, I'm telling you right now, if the signs are there, don't do it to yourself. It's a headache, bro. Women can be an actual headache for you if you don't choose the right one. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, me being the rebel that I am, um, I'm sorry to God for even thinking about this shit, cause I ain't gonna lie, I had intentions. You know, I had intentions when I was messing around with her. But basically, what had happened is I met her in October. Nothing really happened when we first met. It was probably like a month and a half after, when she actually started talking to me and she started flirting with me, and I didn't take it too serious. I didn't really care because I was like, bro, like I know she wants something, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna take it there. You know what I'm saying? So we started going out. We started eating, and I started just taking her out, just just for fun, just cause I was bored, to be honest, and I just wanted a little bit of a distraction, and so she was that. She was exactly that to me. She was a distraction from life. So I took her out. We started eating and stuff. Boom, boom. We started kissing, and basically, what had happened is I went to Mexico. I know y'all know that I went to Mexico around like March is when I didn't post a lot on YouTube, and so yeah, I went to Mexico, and I had told her before I went to Mexico, because I saw her before I went to Mexico, and I told her, I was like, you know what? After I come back from Mexico, we can go to my place and watch a movie or something. But when you say that, you already know you have those kind of intentions. You know what I'm saying? To be sexual. So, and I'm sorry to God for that, bro. I'm actually so sorry to God for that. Like, me being the rebel that I am, y'all already know we're all sinners, and we're all like, we all have our own things to battle. But lust, lust is something that I have battled with for a while. Now, I've learned to control it over the years quite a bit, but not completely. You know, we always have that one fallout that we have, and I guess at that time I was just kind of like distracted. I just wanted a distraction. So that's what happened. We started talking, boom, boom, boom. Before I went to Mexico, I told her come to my place after, and everything. But when I was in Mexico, that's when I started thinking more deeply about it. I was like, I don't really know if I want to do this, because y'all know, and I want to let this is for the younger generation, or for my generation. I'm young. I'm 23. I'm sure most of you guys are around that age, 23, 17. Not higher than 30. Most of y'all, at least. Um, but yeah, having sex, bro, is deeper than what it really is. Especially now in this generation, like, people make it seem like it's nothing, like it's just something regular to do. Like, this generation is actually screwed up, bro. Like, that ass. Like, people make it seem like it's something normal, but it's really not, bro. It's actually a soul tie when you have sex with someone, bro. It's like a transaction of energy, and you can feel it when you have sex with someone. Now, I'm fortunate enough that I've met only good women in my life. I've only had good women around me, other than that girl that I'm talking about right now. I'm not gonna lie, but that was just me being a rebel because I didn't have to like go along with it. I didn't have to talk to her. I didn't have to take her out. So it's all on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no, because I'm the one who made the decision to start talking to her and to start going on. Because I could have just went and said, nah, I'm good, like I was. Because for a while I was like denying it. I was like, nah, I don't really want to go out with you, basically. And then I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Like, I'm feeling like I need a distraction. So that's what happened. Um, but yeah, when I was in Mexico, I was like, damn, I really shouldn't do this. I know it's not good for me. Because when you know that women have a past, or when they are not exactly living a life that you would like for yourself, women are a little crazy. And y'all should know that already. And you know which one not to mess with. You know which one not to mess with, because it could be bad for you spiritually. You having sex with a woman could actually bring you down spiritually if you didn't know that. So y'all need to be careful who you sleep around with, for real. Like, it's actually something serious, and that's why I haven't slept around with. I've only slept with two girls, bro. And by slept, I mean I don't mean like slept over or like they slept over. I mean, like, y'all already know what I'm talking about. But um, yeah, and I'm 23. There's a lot of people my age right now that have hella bodies, bro. Like, hella bodies, and it's not funny, bro. It's actually like souls, bro. Your soul, you could feel it in your soul if you mess around with a woman, and she has a lot of bodies and she has a lot of trauma and drama in her life. It could drag you down drastically. It could drain your energy like crazy. So you got to be careful who you mess with around here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, basically what had happened is I was in Mexico and I thought about it deeply, and I actually asked God. I don't know why I did it, but I did. I was like, I remember I was praying and I was thanking, and I was thanking him for, just being alive another day, because it was in the morning, I believe, where I was just praying. And every morning I try to pray and say my thanks for another day of life, and I'm grateful for everything that he's given me and my family and all of that. And then somewhere around the prayer, I was just like, God, if this girl isn't good for me, which I already knew she wasn't any good for me, but I was just like, I want to see what happens. So I was like, God, if this girl isn't good for me, please remove her from my life immediately. You know? And so I asked for that. And I didn't think much of it after that, after the fact. And I was just living my days around Mexico. This was like probably like a week and a half into Mexico, so around halfway through my trip when I said that to God. And so she called me. We were still texting, just little bit, because I never reached out to her. She was always reaching out to me. She was always calling me. She was texting me, and so yeah, that happened. And then when I went back from Mexico, when I went back home from Mexico, not a trace of her, bro. Not a trace. I was actually kind of shocked. I was like, damn. So God works quite quickly if you if if it's something very very serious like that. I told him. I said, remove her from my life if she is not good for me. I know I'm going to make a huge mistake if she isn't removed from my life, because I knew it, bro. I had those kinds of intentions. I'm glad it didn't happen. You know, I'm glad it didn't happen. But I was just shocked that it actually came true. I came back and I was like, damn, where's she at? Like, she completely disappeared from work. She completely disappeared from everything. I was just like, well, God works in mysterious ways, man. I actually liked it. I was thankful. You know, thank you for removing her. Now I'm living peacefully, you know, but it's actually quite interesting that that happened to me before picking up the Bible. Now that was like around March, April, around April, I would say, when I came back from Mexico, actually. Um, but yeah, there was a lot of things said about her, like around from people that knew her, cause she knew a lot of people, but she messed around with a lot of people, and that's why I knew she was bad for me, cause she messed around with a lot of people, and I would hear all these things, and I didn't really care, cause I had those bad intentions, and I wasn't looking for anything serious anyways, cause I didn't care, you know. But thanks to God, nothing happened. Thanks to God that I'm still here living peacefully, cause who knows what would have happened if I went and did that thing, you know. My soul could have been in a different place right now. But yeah, y'all gotta be careful who y'all mess with. Please stay safe. I love y'all. I hope y'all having a great day. God bless all of you guys. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. And yeah, I want to do more of these outside videos. I really do enjoy being out here. It feels so peaceful, bro. Like, it really does. But yeah, man, I love y'all. Um, I was a little story time. A little tiny story time about what had happened between me and this girl. And yeah, I love y'all, man. I'm out.